welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my last days as a sophomore. So today's video, I'm just gonna pretty much be bringing you along with my last days as a sophomore in high school. I'm just gonna be vlogging days in my life. It is Wednesday, May 29th, and I finished school on the 31st. So most of my courses are already done now, but I thought I'd bring you along with the last few. And if you didn't know, I'm also an online student, so it does look different than most people's finals vlogs or school vlogs, but it'll still be super fun. We have a lot of stuff to do. Today I'm focusing on Spanish and geometry. I have a meeting today. It's currently around 9:30. I woke up at 5 in the morning, just got out the shower, finished getting ready. I did a Pilates workout this morning. I did my entire morning routine, and I'm ready to take on the day. Our car, actually, the windshield broke, like it got cracked, so it's getting fixed today. Either afterwards or tomorrow. I might want to go to either Starbucks or Panera to work on my final stuff. Yeah, but we'll just see where the day takes us. I'm so ready for summer. I'm so ready to chat about some upcoming classes. I have some stuff to tell you guys about some upcoming classes for my next schooling and my next year, because things are going to be different. It's not typical schooling that I'm going to be taking as of right now. So it's going to be really interesting. But yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's just get this day started because I need to get started so that I can hopefully be done not too late. So let's get started. I can't believe I'm gonna be a junior soon, but I'm so excited to just document the last few days as a sophomore. Let's just get right into it. Okay guys, so the time is currently 9:30 and my call with my teacher is at 12, my Spanish teacher. So I think I'm gonna make a protein shake because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything today yet for breakfast, and then I'll update you when I start getting ready for my call. I need to do some studying for that. I also have a Notion to-do list that I wrote out, so I'll read you guys that when I come right back. Let's go make a smoothie. Okay guys, my camera died for a little bit there, but I just tidied up my room a little bit. My bed was already made from this morning. I am going to go and work out in our lanai area, our screened-in porch, because a productivity tip is try to change up your location. Like I said, if the car was available, I probably would have gone to like Panera or something, because it just helps me focus a little bit more for the final stretch, just getting it done and over with. So I think I'm gonna head out there. My mom is in the kitchen. She's starting to make smoothies. So this is the little area that I like to work in during the day, and I'll bring my computer. This is my little teddy bear. We got him like a couple years ago. We just kind of keep him over here, but I sit on these couches and it's super comfy and cozy. That way I can focus. Like, look at how pretty the palm trees are behind me. It's so beautiful, and it's just really easy to focus out here. Smoothies are
delicious
done.
Smoothie shake for the morning.
By the way, this is a peanut butter cup smoothie. I'm not explaining anything. This vlog is gonna be trash. We have a debate on our smoothie recipes.
It's actually not a debate.
It's
I proven.
There it is.
How do you like
It's
it?
25 grams of protein.
And vanilla.
So I use this ghost powder, 1 scoop of this, and then a little bit of ice, 1 whole banana, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. It doesn't matter what kind of peanut butter. And then just like, you can eyeball it, depends on your consistency. And then this unsweetened vanilla. And that's how I make my peanut butter cup smoothie. So let's get started on schoolwork because I have a lot to do. I did end up moving my Spanish teacher call to 2 p.m. so that I can go out with my mom later, so we can run on some errands. And I'll take you guys along with that. But we have to start on some Spanish notes and geometry notes. Okay guys, so here is what is going on. So I'm currently in the car. My mom just walked into an appointment. Let me shut off this AC because it's making noise. Hold on. It is 94 degrees outside, so I can only do this small increments at a time. But my mom's in an appointment and I'm waiting for her. I have my Spanish call at 2 o'clock. I haven't really done many updates today. Sorry, there wasn't really much going on today as opposed to what I feel like I'm gonna be able to do tomorrow and on the 31st. So that's gonna be like the more in-depth part of the video. But we still have stuff we're gonna be doing today. I also thought now is a perfect time to read you my to-do list that I made today on Notion. I really suggest Notion if you're trying to become more productive. It's my absolute favorite app. It works perfectly. Also, if you're not recognizing the car right now too, I don't know if I mentioned, but our windshield broke, and in Florida it's illegal to drive with a cracked windshield even if it's like a little crack. So we had to get it fixed today, and the person canceled that was fixing it until later this week. So we're just using my mom's fiance's car for right now. So that's why the car looks different if you're wondering. It's not her car. I have my Spanish call at 2 o'clock. It's 1:38, and that's going to be one of my last assignments. I have about 3 assignments left in Spanish, which I'm very, very excited about. And so for Spanish, this is going to be just segment 1. So I take my second segment in junior year. I could have taken 2 segments this year, but it was just a lot because I took a lot of electives this year. So I'm taking the second segment next year. I need AC. Hold on. Those calls typically only range from 10-15 minutes. We check in on the module and all the lessons that I worked on, and then that's considered an assignment. And then I pretty much have one assignment and then an exam after that. And then when I get home, I have to grind on geometry. I have 50 assignments that I need to do in geometry. I know that sounds like a whole bunch, but it's really just a lot of note taking. I really need to focus on that because that's gonna take me a little bit. But that's kind of like what I had planned for today. Tomorrow and like the rest of the week is a little bit easier to navigate because we might have our car. So like I wanted to be able to go to Panera and study there. I wanted to be able to go to Starbucks. Like my typical day doesn't look like this because we always have our car. So it's kind of aggravating that I'm literally filming the last couple of days of my sophomore year and we don't have a car. Let me read you my to-do list that I wrote down. Everything that I've done so far: wake up at 5 a.m., my morning routine, which consists of drinking water, journaling, and then my Bible reading, making my bed, my Pilates workout, showering, and then starting to film. And then what I need to continue to do the rest of the day is finish studying for my Spanish call, which I actually did, so I can check that off. Sorry. My geometry notes. I need to edit my May reset / recap chit chat video, whatever I'm going to title it. My last video that you should have seen before this. And then I have my Spanish DBA or check-in call right now at 2 p.m. So I need to update that time because I have 12 p.m. on here. And then pretty much after that, it's just whatever. I must say waking up early has been really amazing, and being able to finish majority of my to-do list early in the morning before like I feel like my day even starts has been absolutely amazing. But that is pretty much the update. Let's just get our work done today. I brought my laptop, so I'm just using a hotspot to do my call, and I'm gonna start setting up my hotspot right now because it's 1:40 and just kind of doing some last minute studying, memorizing before I get on my call for Spanish. And then I'll update you guys after my mom gets out of her appointment to let you know what is going on after. Have a good one. You too. Bye-bye. Slayed. Okay guys, we just finished my meeting. It went really, really well. I definitely embarrass myself every single time I have a Spanish meeting because I mess it up every single time. But my Spanish teacher is so nice, and it was one of my last meetings with her until segment 2. So I'm very, very excited about that. I'm about to go into the building where my mom is having her appointment because I don't want to leave the car running this entire time because I've had the AC on. I'm gonna go sit in there because there's a nice like little lobby area and chill out for a little bit. Okay guys, it is so much later. I honestly cannot believe how much later it is. Let me get my phone, but I don't even remember the last time I filmed. I think it was my mom and I getting Starbucks. It is currently 7:25 at night. I did not end up working on anything. I got in from going to Starbucks and I had to take a nap. I was just honestly so exhausted. But now that I'm up, I actually have a meeting at 7:30 that I have to be on, and I did get results back on my Spanish call grade. I got 41 points out of 45, so only got 4 points off for I think missing some of like formal commands or something. So I got like a 91, so I'm pretty happy with that grade. Obviously that's an A, so I'm really happy with that because that's one of the last final assessments, and now I only have 2. I have an oral assessment that I have to do, which is a recording of me speaking in Spanish, and then I have my final exam. So I want to show you guys how I study for my final exam and also just my oral assessment. I don't know if that's gonna be tonight or if I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow, but I'm honestly just so rested now that I'm awake from my nap. It was quite a good nap. I might make some dinner. I'm thinking of making a salad, getting comfy, probably take my makeup off in a little bit, getting on my meeting really quick because it's 7:27, so I need to hop on that, and starting to work on my note. That's the update right now. The sun is currently setting. It was so hot today. I wanted to like go outside and work outside, but it was 98 degrees and I cannot handle 98 degrees, so I could not go outside today. Let's go start on our homework. Okay guys, so I just took all my makeup off. I feel so much better. It is extremely late. It is 11 o'clock. My meeting ended at 9 o'clock. I'm going to open up my computer and check my Notion to-do list. I feel like I had a very, very productive morning, but throughout the day, the rest of it just got away from me, honestly. Just gonna go on Notion right now and plan out like how I wanna approach my next couple of tasks because I have some big ones. So let's just look at what I have left to do. But we honestly didn't do like too bad on our to-do list overall, but some of the more important stuff on the to-do list I didn't get done, so we need to focus on that. I'm gonna take a look at my oral assignment that I was mentioning earlier for Spanish and do some studying for that and see maybe I might be able to get it done tonight. It might be too much, I don't know. I haven't even looked at it yet. If I can get that done, that would be absolutely amazing, and that would set me up for only having my Spanish final tomorrow, which then we could do our final together and I could show you how I study for that, and then just work on just my Spanish final in geometry tomorrow. That would be absolutely amazing because it's pretty much just tomorrow on the 31st. Because 31st is the deadline. I have to get everything in, and that'll give me enough time to get everything in geometry done. But I just don't think I have the energy right now to do any kind of geometry notes, especially because it's like over 50 videos I need to watch. I just don't think I have that kind of energy in me right now. So I might just take a look at my Spanish assignment. But since I'm here, I did want to talk to you guys quickly about the classes I was taking. If you guys didn't know, like I mentioned, I am an online school student and I am based out of Florida, so I do an online program out of Florida. So I will let you know the courses that I was taking and just like kind of a little overview of all the courses. Mine is kind of confusing, so this is why like I wanted to have a section of the video where I'm kind of explaining everything before we just get into like the homework, because it's kind of confusing. So I'm obviously a sophomore in high school. I'm actually in a private school. I'm actually in two schools. So I'm in a private school and I'm also in a public school at the same time. So it's kind of confusing, but for my private school, I'm taking my necessary classes, my basic, my geometry, my biology, my English, and then my world history. So like your basic classes that you have to take for any, you know, any of your grades, your basic math, English, social studies, and science. I'm taking those in a private school. There's that. So that school is separate and it doesn't give you credit. So there's no credits with that school. But then I'm taking my electives with a public school through Florida, which is a public online school. And so I'm taking Spanish 2, psychology, parenting skills, and then life management skills were my electives this year. And so how they do it is basically I have another school. So there's 3 schools now. So I have the Florida one and the private one, and then another one basically takes my work from both of them and gives me a diploma, if that makes sense. It's very, very confusing since my private school has nothing really to do with a diploma. It's just courses. Like it's simply giving me courses. I'm taking this private school for the courses and the benefit of how I like how the courses are set up. I'm taking that, but they do not give a diploma and they don't give credits. But then I'm taking my Florida school because I love the electives in that school, but I'm obviously not taking my main courses there either, so they can't give me a diploma. So what I had to do was get a umbrella school to give me my diploma for both. I know that's super, super confusing, but basically I have one school, so my diploma is now coming from the top one instead of those 2. The beauty of all of these schools is that I can graduate early and kind of do whatever I want and start whatever. So literally, like, even though I'm a sophomore in high school, if I next year, say junior year, I'm supposed to start in August if I was starting on the Florida school calendar. But if I didn't want to, I could just be like, no, I want to start in November, and I could just do that and they would just set me up for November. I'm doing it based off the regular school calendar just because I want to, but it's pretty cool because it's like completely flexible in that way. But basically that's how I wanted to explain to you guys, so that when I explain like how I'm doing my homework, that everything is due on the May 31st for my umbrella school, my top school that's going to give me my diploma. Yeah, so all I have left is Spanish and my geometry. So geometry is from my private school and Spanish is from my public school. So those 2 are kind of like what I'm going back and forth with working on. So in my private school, everything is taught based on video. There is no reading, there is nothing, everything is video, and that's why I love it so much. That's why I chose it. Everything is videos, so all I have to do is just watch a bunch of videos, take notes, and then I do my assessments that way. And then obviously in my public school one, it's just pretty basic, like reading, articles, assessments, tests, you know, regular stuff. But anyways, I'm rambling on right now. I'm checking on Spanish because I'm 93% complete and we only have 2 more assignments left. Basically, I just wanted to give you kind of that backstory to what I was kind of talking about earlier in the car about my oral assignment. So I have a Spanish oral assignment where I need to basically speak in Spanish. It's a recording before I do my Spanish final. So once I turn in my oral assignment, then my Spanish teacher will give me my passcode to do my Spanish final. I might just read a little bit of this, and then if I decide that it's going to be too much to do all of this tonight, then I'll just do it immediately when I wake up at 5 a.m. So before I get started, I did want to quickly, this is very quickly, just mention a couple different of my studying techniques because I've gotten so many questions on my channel, believe it or not. It's actually one of my top questions, which is very interesting because I haven't like really talked much about my schooling, but I also want to definitely do a video. Let me know, comment down below if you would watch a video of what's on my iPad and how I study more in depth. But I want to show you just a couple of different study tips. I honestly do not study like in depth. Like I'm not a like sit for hours and study kind of person. Like I'm a more of read it once and like get it done. Like I don't have a meticulous way of studying. I do want to show you, if I am going to study in a meticulous way, how I do it and some of my methods. One way of doing it is with my iPad. I have an iPad Pro. I don't know which one this is. I think this is, I don't even know what generation this is honestly, because every single time I get something, a new one comes out. Let me just look at, okay, this is the iPad Pro 11-inch 3rd generation. That's the iPad I have, but obviously you can use anything, I think, and I use to plan out everything my Notion. I've already said this. All of my organization is in my Notion. Everything that I use is in my Notion when it comes to planning out. For studying, the first thing that I use for notes, I would say would be GoodNotes. GoodNotes is my favorite. It's free and it's the easiest way to write notes for me. I also use my Apple Pencil as well, but you can use a stylus or just get a off-brand Apple Pencil. But I have a folder under Documents. Okay, it's too bright for you to see, sorry guys. But I have a folder right under Documents and I keep all of my folders right there inside all of my classes. So then say I go to Algebra 1, which this was last year. This is a good example of some notes because I didn't really take many notes this year, to be honest with you. I did it more in another way that I'm going to show you. But I'll show you last year's notes to show you one way that you can write notes. So here was Algebra 1 notes that I did. I would pretty much just pick graph paper and write. And I actually really like this method because I like the fact that all of it's digital, and when I was sending stuff in, I could just send it through my iPad digitally. There was no printing involved. There was nothing, none of that. There was no taking pictures of any papers or anything. And I like that it was all already here. So that's one way, is GoodNotes. And then another way is obviously good old-fashioned pen and paper. Honestly, I can't tell you that one works better than the other, but I would say I think it just depends on the person. I think my iPad is more aesthetically pleasing. I think I can do more colors and I can add my pictures and graphs and diagrams and have my calculator open and have my tab open. It's definitely more functional in the sense of everything is here. Like, I don't have to bring this, I just have to go. Everything's on my iPad. But I feel like my brain computes and understands better on paper and pencil. This is where I was doing a little bit more geometry notes. And the pens that I use, I'll show you right now, are my favorite note-taking pens that I use just for school are the Frixon Erasable 0.7 Pilot pens. They're the best because they look like pens obviously, but they erase, so if you mess up, it's perfect. Any notebooks, if you're looking for good studying, anything by 5 Star is my recommendation. I talk about this in my back to school video. And the last way that I study, which is less taking notes but more study guides. So for Spanish, I'll show you, it's a perfect example. I do everything in Google Docs, and for my schooling, every lesson has an attached study guide. So that's pretty much how I do it. So here's a perfect example of a study guide that I did. And so basically it's another version of taking notes, but I don't like write it down. I'll just download the study guide as I'm going through my lesson. Majority of my note taking is this way, and it's less of like actually in-depth notes. I have maybe like 5 pages in total from this entire year of me taking notes, and all of it is study guides. But these have helped me so much. And then once I have tests, I just open up to the lesson number of that study guide, and all of this is filled out already. But I just wanted to let you guys know that because I've gotten so many questions, believe it or not, like so many questions and so many requests for study videos. So I will still totally do a study video, like a study with me eventually. Obviously it's about to be summer, but going into the next year, I'll totally do a study with me, and you're gonna obviously see some more studying within these next couple days. So I'm just gonna go through all of my study guides for this module. Okay guys, so I have been studying and filling in my study guide. It's currently 12:03 now, and because I get up at 5, I'm already gonna be running off 5 hours. That's only if I fall asleep right away, which we all know I'm not gonna fall asleep right away. So I'll be running off 4.5 hours probably. So I wanna be done right now. I filled in 2 pages of the study guide, so I did pretty good. There is a couple other things that I like to do before I go to sleep, especially on school nights and also just any other nights to keep myself organized. But number 1 is writing my to-do list for tomorrow on Notion, because I hate not being caught up and waking up and having to write my to-do list. So I never let myself get to that point anymore. I always write my to-do list the night before. That way I'm waking up to it already being done. The last thing I have to do tonight before I go to sleep, I will show you really quick. But now I just kind of power all my devices down, and I'm gonna plug them in and get my room ready to go to sleep. And then we have one last thing that I like to finish. guys, so my last and final thing is doing my gratitude journal. I'm just finishing the prompts that I did this morning. I've been trying to make it a habit to do this every single morning and every single night. Is setting my alarms. So I do multiple alarms. I go in the regular alarm app and I do 5, 5:05, 5:10, and 5:45. And then the app that I actually use for my alarm is called Sleep Cycle, and it also does like sleep analysis. So it gets like your snoring, your hours, and what it does is it actually wakes you up slowly 30 minutes before your time. So I put in 5:05. It says wake up easy between 4:35 and 5:05. So it's gonna slowly wake me up between that time. I will see you guys tomorrow morning bright and early.
If I could tell you, I don't think you'd believe how long I felt this way. I'm begging you to stay. And if I could show you, I'd hope that you could see all the possibilities. There could be a place for you and me. Under the stars, you pack up your car, 'cause you're going far away from here. I wish I could stall, but I never call, and you're going all the way.
Favorite time in the morning, which is my morning Pilates. Sorry about the lighting in here. It's literally terrible right now because it's morning and I hate turning on my bright light and my lamp is broken currently. So I'm using my closet light, so you're gonna see my clothes for a little bit. But I do my Pilates and I get them from YouTube. It's all free videos. So I'll show you the girl that I watch. I've just really fallen in love with Pilates. Like I love going to the gym. Like it's an absolute, I just love going to the gym. But with school being so crazy, I haven't been able to sit with going to the gym recently. There's almost no at-home workout that I like. For some reason, I've just never been an at-home workout girly. I just can't stand them. I don't have any motivation to work out at home, but I've fallen in love with doing Pilates at home. I think it's the perfect mix of low impact, but you're also getting your workout in still. You don't want to be doing low impact and you're actually not getting anything from it. And I definitely feel the burn. I'm completely sore for the next couple days and it just feels amazing. Like I feel like I don't know, Pilates is just the perfect mixture for me because it's like low impact while you're doing your workout, but you feel the same intensity after. I watched this girl, I don't know if I'm gonna say her name right, but I think it's Madeline Abid. She's absolutely amazing. She has programs and she does abs, full body, lower body, hourglass workouts, thighs and abs, recovery stretches, a bunch of different things, but I absolutely love her. And so the one that I've been doing, I'll show you right now. I've been mixing between two, but I'm really sore today from yesterday, so I'm probably gonna do the more gentle one today. This is her right here. So like you see stretch routine. So the one that I mix between right now in my schedule for an at-home workout, I have a 15-minute one, 15 minutes to 30 minutes for at-home workouts. Obviously when I go to the gym, it's like an hour or whatever, but just so that I'm able to get going on my schoolwork early in the morning right now. The one that I've been mixing between is the 15-minute hourglass full body Pilates every day, tone and strengthen, no equipment beginner one. So it's this one right here. And then the gentle Pilates. So the gentle Pilates is over here. So the gentle one is the one I'm gonna do today. It's 15-minute gentle morning Pilates, full body stretch, strength and mobility. That's what we're gonna do. And she just plays such soothing music the entire time. And I'm working out as the sun's going up. It's just the best combination. Done. super tired. Like I said, low impact, but you do feel it. And I'm still totally working on my form because I'm very, very new to Pilates. This is like my 4th video maybe that I'm watching of hers. And I'm finding myself like leaning on certain body parts where I know like I should be more straight. So I'm still working on certain form, but I'll get better and I'm very, very excited. One thing I do want to get is a couple of like wrist straps because I've noticed that being like in just any kind of yoga position, yoga or Pilates position, I used to be a gymnast and my wrists would bother me being a gymnast years ago, and I can feel my wrists bothering me again doing these workouts. They don't bother me weightlifting or anything like that, but I could just tell like being in the position of like a push-up position for pretty much an entire workout, which is kind of like Pilates, like you're holding up your body weight majority of the time. It's holding a lot of pressure on my wrist. I try to like distribute the weight in my hand, but it's kind of all just falling on my wrist. So they have like wrist straps you can wear for yoga and Pilates that I want to get. But outside of that, I really, really love it. It feels great. Drinking my water. I'm about to hop in the shower. Time check, it's 6:54. I will talk to you guys when I got the shower.
I could show you, I'd hope that you could see all the possibilities. There could be a place for you and me. I feel 100 degrees when you call my name, and I don't know what you see. Hope we feel the same. I feel 100 degrees when you call my name.
Okay guys, checking in. It is now 12:48. It is 1 p.m. I don't remember the last time that I was filming, but I finished my Spanish study guide. I haven't even eaten yet. I never made breakfast, but I finished it. I added my own notes and I did a practice test and got 100 on the practice test. So I know that I'll do good on my oral and hopefully my final today as well. But I finished filling all of this in and it's now 12:49. So now I'm going to go ahead and look at crafting my script for my recording for the oral part because that was just the note taking for it. After I do that, I have to wait for my teacher anyways to get back to me with my password for my final because it's a locked test. That's pretty much all the studying that needs to be done for Spanish.
And I don't know what you see. Hope we feel the same.
Currently 9:50 at night. I don't remember the last time I talked to you guys, but I just submitted maybe 30 seconds ago my oral exam, so that is done. So the last thing in my Spanish class now is my final exam, which obviously I can't do tonight because she's not gonna send me the password in time, but that was a lot more work than I thought it was gonna be, and I ended up writing out everything on here. And oh my gosh, I have so many tabs open, so many notes going, like so many study guides open, but I'm very, very, very proud of myself because typically when it comes to Spanish, I just get really aggravated. I don't focus on it, but I got to the point where I fully understood what I sent in instead of just like kind of piecing stuff together based off the lessons. I actually understood every part of what I sent in, so I'm happy about that. And I feel like it's gonna help me understand future lessons for my next segment in junior year. I'm gonna work on some geometry now because I can't do anything else with Spanish in that final exam until she gets back to me. And I'm also going to take a look at some editing. It's gonna be a super late night / early morning, but it's okay. It's my last day of school tomorrow, so it's worth every second. And yeah, I'll catch up to you.
And if I could show you, I'd hope that you would see all the possibilities. And there's a place for you and me.
Okay guys, so I literally forgot to film an outro for this video after submitting my Spanish final, but I wanted to film this outro. This is just me coming in editing, but by the time you're watching this, your girl is no longer a sophomore. We are on summer break and I will be a junior, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was quite a long one, but I just wanted to really capture every moment and everything I was doing on these last days of me being a sophomore in high school, and I hope it was just fun to see my perspective as an online student. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.